A very warm welcome to Wednesday night on BBC4. Hope you're doing okay. Our Joy of Painting winter specials continue in half an hour with a guest artist tonight, Bob Ross's son. Celebrated sketches first, though, with the two Ronnies.
Thank you very much. Good evening. It's wonderful to be with you again, isn't it, Ronnie?
Indeed it is, yes. Welcome to the Two Ronnies Sketchbook, the show that brings you our personal favourites from all the sketches we've done over the years.
And what a lot of sketches we did. We played men in pubs, in clubs, in wormwood scrubs.
Locals, yokels and men in bifocals.
Men at parties, rugby club hearties.
And politicians, myopic opticians.
Rich toffs in toppers, clueless coppers.
Loons, buffoons and business tycoons.
Have we left any out?
Probably. Anyway, on to our first sketch. We loved this one as soon as we saw it, and I personally think that Ronnie C. here gave one of his best and funniest performances here.
I say, that was really jolly good, that was. I must say, I really enjoyed that. Thanks very much. I say, it's a super game, isn't it? I can't understand why I've never tried it before. Absolutely lovely. I loved it. But thanks to you, old boy, of course, from now on, I should be a dedicated squish player.
Squash.
Pardon?
The game is called squash.
Oh, squash, that's right. Yes, I'm sorry. Who actually won? I mean, I couldn't quite grasp the scoring mechanism. You know, I mean, did I win?
Yes, you played. Yes, you won. You won.
Oh, that's good. How many goals did I get?
Goals?
Well, you know, the thing is, runs.
Points.
Runs. Points.
Points.
Points, yes.
Points.
How many points did I get?
Well, the score was, if you want to know,
Yes.
game love,
Yes.
game love, game love, game love. See?
Yes.
You won 4 games to love.
Oh, I see. So I got 4 and you got love.
Yeah.
I see. But how many is love?
Love is nothing.
Oh, no, that's not right, I'm sure, because I'm sure you got a goal earlier on, right at the beginning.
A point.
A point, I mean.
A
Yes,
point.
a point,
Yeah, well,
yes.
yes, of course I did. That was when you...
Oh, I know.
you
I was holding the thing by the wrong end. I must remember. Hold the bat by the thin end.
The racket.
Racket, I mean.
The
yes.
racket.
Yes.
This is what? This is a ball.
Yes.
The game is called squash.
Yes.
Let us start from basic principle.
Yes.
The whole thing is called squash.
Squash.
This is a ball.
Yes.
This is a blasted racket. Do you see that? That's what that is. That is a racket.
I see. Will it work now? You've done that?
I don't much care, to be honest. I'm not going to be playing squash anymore, ever.
Oh, I say. That's a pity, because I was hoping we could have another game next week. I mean, I thought, well, you know, I thought I might get a bit better.
A bit better? A bit better? Look, matey, I am the secretary of this squash club. I mean, I captain the A team. You know, I'm one of the best players round here, as a matter of fact. You know, I won the area finals last year and all that sort of thing, you know. You know, I'm good. You know, good. And you come along here, if I may say so, you never played the game before. You're vastly overweight, if I may say so. You're very slow on the court. You've gone out in that court in your ruggy Burton suit. And you've thrashed me. You pounded me into the ground. You pulverized me in front of my friends. 4 games to love. Well, how do you do it?
Beginner's luck?
It's a fluke. That's what it is, a fluke, mate. It won't happen again. I'll tell you what. Won't happen the next time.
No, well, it won't be next time with it, because you've broken your rocket.
My racket! I'll get a new one. I don't care. I'll get a new one. Look, mate, I'll get a new one, and tomorrow morning here, 10 o'clock, things will be different.
Oh, no, sorry, old boy. No, not tomorrow. No can do.
What do you mean, no can do?
Well, I've got to go up to a place called Lord's tomorrow. I'll meet two chaps called Botham and Willis. I've got to play a game called Cracket or something.
Time now for another of our party sketches. We often have one of these. I remember the fancy dress one we all went to. We went as historical figures, the kings from Shakespeare.
Oh, yes. I went as the very important part of Henry VIII.
Yes, and I went as the rest of him.
I'd really like you to come over and meet John Crabtree. You've got oodles to talk about. You two have got so much in common. John, I'd like you to meet David Long.
Ah, how do you do?
You've really got so much in common.
Lovely woman. I was just wondering... After you. No, after you. I was just wondering what you do in life. Well, actually, I'm a marketing executive. Are you really? So? Well, I never. Isn't that a strange coincidence? Yes, it is. Have you known our hostess long? About 12 years. 12 years. About the same as me. Rather a nice house. Of course, not to my taste, nor mine. I prefer something more elaborate. Me too. Did you know, by the way, their marriage is on the rocks? I knew it wouldn't last. Although, of course, I never did like him. Rather a sort of non-person, if you ask me. Peanut? No, I try not to. Gotta watch the waist, you know. Well, it's been awfully nice talking to you. Must circulate. What a boring man.
Looking back over the 30 years of material, it's interesting to see how the funny, weird ideas of yesterday can eventually become the humdrum, normal things of today. Take this next sketch, for example.
Yes, it's set in a pub, but what made this particular pub so ridiculous back then could easily happen nowadays. You see what you think?
This is it, Fiona. It's lovely, isn't it?
Charming.
Absolutely charming. It is, in fact, the finest real ale house outside London, really. Yes, it is. Come on. Good evening, mine host.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, madam.
Good evening. Now, I think we should start you on something not too heavy, you know, just a little tasty, nutty, you know, from the wood, but not too strong. Could we have 2 pints, please, of Shagwell's Old Dirigible?
Haven't got any, sir.
Oh, no Shagwell's Old Dirigible?
No, sir.
Oh, goodness, that is a bit of a blow. Well, what about some Black Nasty Stout?
Oh, lovely.
Yes, half. Yes. 2 halves of Black Nasty Stout, please.
Haven't got any, sir.
Haven't got any? Well, what sort of beer have you got?
We don't sell beer, sir.
What do you mean you don't sell beer? I mean, the finest real ale house in the country.
Ah, that was last year, sir.
Last year?
Yes. Yes, the craze for real ale is over now, sir.
Really? So, well, what do you sell now, then?
We sell water, sir.
Water?
Yes, water.
Water? Why water?
Why, well, there was such a craze on the mineral waters last year, so we gave up selling beer altogether, sir.
Goodness me.
Yes, we only sell water now, sir. We are the first real water pub.
Real water?
Yes, yes. All the top people go for it, sir, now.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
I've read about it, as a matter of fact. I saw it in the supplement. Rather lucky we stumbled on this. What sort of real water do you stock there?
Oh, all sorts. So we've got Alpine mineral water, we've got Island stream water, we've got Windermere lake water, we've got Canada dry water, Red Indian running water, French Perrier water, Yorkshire Terrier water, Mountain water, Fountain water, Holy water, Virginia water, we've got Southend sea water, Catford tap water, soapy water, rotary water, dopey water, dish water, fish water. We've got evaporated water, condensed water, soda water, distilled water, rich water, ditch water, boiling water, toilet water, Thames water, soap water. Yeah, we've got
got 7 water, we got 6 out of 7 water, we got baby's hot water, we got baby's pot water, we got baby's bath water. We got murky water, dirty water, squirty water, old water, cold water, gold water, plain water, rain water, water on the rocks, water on the knee, water on the bridge. Which would you like?
Quite a selection. You seem to have water on the brain.
Yes, we've got those up here, so there.
Well, I think, if we may, we'll plump for the,
Windermere?
the Windermere Lake water, yes.
With or without fluoride, sir?
With that.
Ice, sir?
Yes, please. 2 lumps, 2 lumps.
Yes, well, we got Alpine Mineral, we got Highland Stream, we got Captain Tap, we got Watford Gap, we got washing up water, washing down water, Alls water, Bulls water.
I think we'll have Highland Stream, I think.
Yes, sir. Now, what do you want? Cracked ice? Do you want black ice, flushed ice, crushed ice, chopped ice?
I think we'll have the crushed ice.
Oh, crushed ice. Yes, very good, sir. That will be £1.40, please, sir.
Very good. Have one yourself.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. That'll be £5. Thank you.
Oh, goodness me. Fancy the old garden gate not selling beer.
Yes, we don't call it the Garden Gate anymore, sir. No, we call it the Water Gate now, sir.
Tell me, do you... thank you very much. Do you make your own water?
Well, we're just about every 5 minutes.
It's very nice, indeed. Very, very nice. Cheeky little taste, isn't it?
Delicious.
Yes, I think you'll be amused by its impertinence. Very nice. I say, I thought you didn't sell beer. That's lager, isn't it?
Oh, yes, but it's not for sale, sir.
Well, what is it for?
Well, we've got to wash the glasses in something, haven't we, sir?
When the 2 Ronnies began back in the 70s, colour television was still a relative novelty. So what could be more appropriate than for us to do sketches in black and white about the classic old films? We tried really hard to make them look as authentic as possible.
Yes, I used to find it quite difficult to, to walk in that sort of fast, jerky way that all the old actors used to do.
No, Ron, that was done by the camera. The actors walked normally.
Well, I wish someone had told me. I mean, I was walking fast and jerky all the time. I wore myself out, I did. Hardly had enough breath left to do my own dialogue.
There wasn't any dialogue. I should have had a word with you about that.
Well, why didn't you?
Well, I couldn't. There was no dialogue. But let us see one of our favourite tributes to the old glory days of black and white.
I woke one morning when the sun was high. It was a big red melon and a big blue sky, but the wind from the east was blowing up kind of cold. I looked at my watch. It was still on his chain. I could see by the time it was going to rain. I thought it was just a day to search for my clear as gold. Clearest guy, so I've heard tell, who could ride a horse, he could ride it well, but he couldn't shoot a gun to save his doggone life. He took a pot shot at the sheriff and missed. By all accounts, he was a little bit drunk, so they strung him up and let a widow out of his wife. Now he's hid his gold in a little old shack beyond the creek near the railroad track, and his widow, Betty Jane, she lived there still. I knocked on the door and she let me in. We sat in the parlor and we drank pink gin and we drank till the sun went down behind the hill. Now Betty Jane was a woman and a half, and she liked to love and she liked to laugh. She giggled and groped around like a lovesick kid. She dragged me off to her boudoir room, and I thought of McCleary and his tomb, and a shiver shot through my shirt tail, so it did. Now, I ain't gonna say what went on that night, but I quit the shack in the early light, and I staggered out like a wrestler leaving the ring. Now, I can handle myself in a fight, but she floored me 15 times that night, but I was so damn drunk I didn't feel a thing. And I realized as I sat in the cold, I'd found romance, but I found no gold, and I'd come out just as poor as I'd gone in. It was just as well, because behind the tree, a beady eye was glued on me, a no-good gambling man called Mickey Finn. Now, Mickey had been chasing Betty Jane, and our little romance had caused him pain. You could tell by the way he ground his teeth in his back, the way he stiffened and went all tense and banged his head in a nearby fence, crossed his eyes and danced in the Stetson hat. Now, Mick was mean and Mick was slick, and nobody wanted to meddle with Mick, in spite of the fact that he's only 5'3". When he draws his gun, you take my tip, you run, because when he fires from the hip, which means he always hits you in the knee. where Betty Jane lay in her vest and drawers while Mickey let loose with everything he'd got. He was shooting crazy and throwing rocks. I jumped for cover like a blue-tailed fox, and from then on, things began getting kind of hot. Now, I ain't a guy to stick out my neck. They can call me coward, but what the heck? If you don't surrender, you end up dead brave. I decided if the gold was there, then Mickey Flynn, he could have my share, so I started looking around for something white to wave. I rushed to the other side of the room, and I stuck the drawers up on a broom, and I waved them out of the window for Mick to see. But his jaw went loose and his face went puce. He thought they were a trophy, not a truce, to show him Betty Jane had given in to me. He began to let loose with everything he'd got, and Betty Jane's drawers got rid of the shot, and suddenly my eyes fell out of my face. Out through a hole in that wonderful pair, a stream of coins fell through the air. But clear as gold, I'd found his hiding place. Hurriedly wrote a note to Mick saying, stop the shooting and get here quick. We'll call it quits and share McCleary's gold. I wrapped it round a rock he'd thrown, but my aiming is quite as good as his own. He caught it with his hand and laid him flat out prone. Well, that's the story, McCleary's gold. Remember, men, all you've been told, these widow women might be middle-aged and plain. But don't let that stop you. Take a tip from me. Just try your luck. It could very well be she's sitting on a fortune like Betty Jane.
They say a little learning is a dangerous thing, and they're right.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, I knew a man who was an avid reader of literature. He'd read anything and everything, but he suffered because of it. He eventually finished up in hospital.
How come?
A mobile library ran over his foot. And as luck would have it, books are also a bit of a problem in our next sketch.
Excuse me, I wonder if you can help me. I'm having some trouble finding a book.
Oh?
Yes, they all seem to be mixed up.
Mixed up? Look all right to me. All the red books over there, all the blue books over there.
You don't classify books by the colour.
Oh, yes, it's the architect's idea. He said it'd look neater.
Well, neater it may be, but it doesn't make it easy to find the book you want, does it?
Ah, well, maybe I can help you. So what book exactly did you want, sir?
Well, it's called The Twisted Spur by E.M. Haggerty.
Right, Haggerty. Haggerty. Hennessy, Tennessee, Toodles. Haggerty. There he is, Haggerty. Spur twisted thee. Haggerty, E.M. It's a green book. Right there with all the green books.
But there are thousands of green books there. I mean,
Oh, well, naturally, they are subdivided.
Oh, good.
All the big books are on the bottom, all the little books are on the top.
All the big books on the bottom, the little books on the top?
Yes, what are you, a little one or a big one?
Well, I don't know, do I?
You're not being very helpful, are you, sir?
I'm not being very helpful. Are we supposed to find books if you file them like that?
Well, I've never had any trouble. Only this very morning, I found just the book I wanted, just like that.
What was that?
A big red one.
No, I am not interested in the size or the colour.
Well, fortunately, upstairs we have duplicates of all these books that are down here, all up on the second floor.
Not classified by size and colour.
Not classified by size or colour.
Ah, good. Then perhaps you can tell me where, on the second floor, I can find the Twisted Spur by E.M. Haggerty?
Western, is it?
Yes, it is.
Is it a thick Western or a thin Western?
Well, I don't know, do I?
Well, all the thin Westerns are on the right-hand side as you go upstairs. And all the thick ones are over on the left-hand side.
I don't believe this. Thick, green, thin, thick. I mean, it's balmy.
Balmy? Is that E.M. Balmy or W.H.O.
No, your system is stupid.
What? No one else has ever complained.
Well, I'm complaining. Will you please finally tell me where I can find a copy of The Twisted Spur by E.M. Haggerty?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Pollitt.
How did you enjoy your book, then?
Oh, it was fantastic. The most wonderful love story I've ever read. Oh, they were so passionate. I mean, every time they met, he, ooh, and she was all, ooh. And they always, cool. And he wouldn't leave her alone, and she kept going, ooh. And she was all over him, and he was, oh, it was wonderful, wonderful. Just thinking about it makes me...
Well, now, what book was it you wanted, sir?
The big blue one.
Everybody in the company loved that sketch. The absolute frustration. It was... But now I fear we've almost come to the end of the show once again.
Which means, of course, our musical finale. We had great fun with this one. Catchy tunes, funny lyrics, a couple of fantastic outfits. I hope you enjoy it.
Such a silly ass. Just like a donkey braying. I don't think she'll be staying. With the fa-la-la-la-la-la. With the fa-la-la-la-la. Her firm is moving south. She works for Rent-A-Mouth. She looks a bit like Flo. That's a horse I used to know. This old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my drum. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Her old man next to you needs a damn good talking to. Knick-knack, paddywhack, now she's in the club. He's off boozing down the pub. My old man, he plays hell after all the girls as well. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give him half a chance. He'd lead me a right old dance. My old man's just as bad, thinks himself the proper lad. Knick-knack, paddywhack, lock him in the roo. That soon cools his how'd you do. Her old man, he's the same. He's in love with what's her name? Big jaws, droopy draws, standing at the end. Known to all as man's best friend. This old man, he played 9. He's as bad as yours or mine. Dick, Jack, Harry, Mac, Trevor, Doug or Mike. All old men are all alike. Cynthia Shepherd has gone away, gone away. Where's she gone? Her mother won't say. Saturday she packed and went away. Dennis Grove, across the way. He went away on Saturday. Now wait, I know what you're going to say. Perhaps he went on holiday. Yes, and Cynthia met him halfway. That's not like Cynthia at all. She's not the sort of girl to muck about. You're joking. I've often seen her stop and take a bloke in. Oh, Elsie, he'll really have to urge her, 'cause her father is a verger and her mother is a vegetarian. A daft young cow. Now. It'll turn out right, you'll see. Oh, very well, but time will tell. You are just as bad as me. You are always putting 2 and 2 together and making 3. Mr. Shepherd's come away. Just remember what I say. Come what may, she'll be in the family way. One fine day, that's why she's gone away. We've got a new milkman. His skin is like silkman. His van's full of goodies he brings round to sell. He's full of surprises. He's got eggs of both sizes. He's got half cream and full cream and whipped cream as well. But he's leaving next Sunday and he starts work on Monday at the new fish and chip shop just down by the green. But I'll still drool with hunger at my fancy fishmonger. He's got cockles and mussels like you've never seen. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh. Oh, no doubt about it, they're alive, alive.
Oh dear, what can the matter be? I went to the hairdresser Saturday. There we sat like hens in a battery while the young men did our hair. The first one to do me, his name, it was Michael. He wanted to give me a ride on his cycle. As much as I'd like a good cycle with Michael, I don't trust his crossbar, so there. The second one, he was a Welsh boy called Billy. He wanted to show me the hills of Caerphilly. I wouldn't trust Billy beyond Piccadilly. There's no mountain climbing up there. The manager thought that he'd just keep his hand in. He promised to show me his flat on the landing. But when we got there, it was nothing outstanding. In fact, quite a pokey affair. Oh dear, I'm on Saturday, no good responding to flattery. That won't recharge your battery. I'll do my own bloody hair. Have you heard about young Mandy at the annual dinner dance?
Hurry up and tell me what?
Someone laced the punch with brandy and she never stood a chance.
Drunk she got, silly clot.
Lost an earring in a fight.
That's not all she lost that night. A policeman, so they say, found her knickers a mile away. On someone's barrow, round a marrow, not half a crown. Hurry, 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 I've got to go and cook a flan. My husband Keith has lost his teeth, he flushed them down the pan.
I'll speak to Anne, her husband Dan's a sanitary man. You never know where they may turn up. Here the merry months of merry months of
After an epic on that scale, it only remains to say goodbye until the next time. We've really enjoyed being with you again.
Yes, indeed we have. But as always, we can't go without leaving you with a couple of our favourite news items.
No. The powerful secret society, known as the Lords of the Universe, held their annual meeting last night. But their president, the Lord Chief Controller and commander over all living things, was unable to be present. His wife wouldn't let him out.
I love that one. A survey on the decline of morals in Britain reveals that in Liverpool alone, on each day last week, an average of 267 women made love to an unmarried man. The man is now recovering in hospital.
Worcestershire's most famous gardener, Fred Waterbutts, died this week. In his will, he has asked for his ashes to be sprinkled over his beloved vegetable patch. In April, lightly forked in at 1 ounce to the square yard.
And in the transatlantic single-handed yacht race, Mr. Owen Smithers has been disqualified for using both hands.
So, as ever, it's good night from me.
It's good night from him. Good night.
Good night.
And the two Ronnies are back on Boxing Day at 8:30. Miles Jupp hears some of Santa's strangest requests. Listen in to Please Can I Have a Unicorn and World Peace on BBC Sounds. And check out BBC iPlayer's Christmas Specials collection. Something for everyone. Streaming now. Comedy to keep your spirits up with BBC Three's award-winning This Country, Meet the Mucklows, as they introduce you to small-town Cotswold life with big laughs. All 3 series streaming now on iPlayer.
Tell you what, let's do a happy little winter scene.
Listen, shh, Vanya. I'm not saying anything.
This is just the base. Ooh, that's nice.
She changed history for us, and she paid a price for it.
We said this was winter, so let's have some snow.
It's the one time of year. Even people who can't sing think that it's probably okay.
I want this to be quite dark.
What are you staring at?
Tell you what, let's get crazy. Let's have some fun. What the heck? Bring it all together.
Find your perfect blend this Christmas. Royal Opera All-Star Gala. Christmas Day at 7:40 on BBC4 and iPlayer.